Hey everyone, here we are again. I'm Joseph Dixon, and I am here to bring to you another fun, hopefully fun, activity, painting with watercolor pencils. Now, today, I have to paint an image that sort of reflects the things I love, really. And this one is all about the community garden that we have over at A Place for Noah. I love gardening. It's something that's been in my family for a long time, and it's something that even my wife and her family has been a part of their entire lives. And so we're going to have some fun looking at some wonderful, this image is just wonderful. We are going to paint it. We're going to do it with watercolor pencils, and hopefully you will learn something and have a fun, engaging activity painting with watercolor pencils. All right, here we go. Okay, so we're going to start off with the reference photo that I've taken, and I really like the highlights of this reference photo, so I'm going to really kind of focus on these highlights in the image and, have some fun with it. I'm working with a Fine Touch brand, and I'm working with some yellow, orange, some green, reds, and some black and brown, things like that. As usual, I will start off with sort of blocking in color for the image, and I'll start off with blocking in the darkest images first, the darkest color first, and just kind of go around the image and just go around the painting, or go around the image and just kind of add some dark to certain areas using the reference photo. And just hopefully this is going to be, I love this. This is going to be fun. So I'm blocking in color to give me a really good idea of what my image is going to look like. And so I darked in using black. And now I'll start to kind of go in and maybe start blocking in some of because the vegetables that I'm looking at are tomatoes, green peppers, tomatoes, jalapeno peppers and things like that. So we're looking at greens. We're looking at the color red. Some oranges and yellows are in this reference photo. And so I'm going to go ahead and just start again blocking in the color that I'm going to use for this image here. Okay? Yeah, here we go. Yeah. Oh, this is looking good. Looking good. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Yeah. Gardening has been a part of my family for a long time. My dad loved growing tomatoes, and he grew them in pots. And I thought that was just really interesting, as opposed to putting them in the ground. And so one thing I learned, but my wife and my father-in-law, who he loved gardening. That was something that he grew up on. And it was really wonderful to just kind of find that the community garden that we have over at A Place for Noah is really kicking off, and it really produced an abundance of tomatoes and bell peppers and jalapenos and things like that. So that's what I'm using, and I'm using photographs. I always use photographs that I can that I take myself. I don't look for photographs, but yeah, I love that. Looking good. And so let's go to just jump ahead, and now that I have all of the colors in place, I'm gonna go ahead, and normally I would start off with adding the water and brush, activating the watercolor pencil. I would do that normally with using the dark colors first, but I was so intrigued by what this would look like, just blending these oranges and reds and things like that. I had to start with the actual vegetables. Oh no, a tomato is a fruit. So I had to start off with the fruits of the tomatoes. And we had different types. We had early girls, I think this is the name of it. We also had some Roma tomatoes. We had some cherry tomatoes and things like that in the garden. And that's what I took an image of, took a photograph of, and that's what I'm working on. But I'm going to go back and kind of start going in and really bringing out those dark areas and just building on that. Again, to activate the watercolor pencils, to activate them, all you need is a little bit of water and a brush. And once you do that, it's all, oh my goodness, it's fantastic how this turns into an actual watercolor painting. I love this medium watercolor pencils. They're so versatile because you can use them as a watercolor pencil, as a colored pencil, just using them to bring out beautiful color. But then when you activate it with watercolor or with water on a brush, look what happens. Look, I love it. I love it. Fantastic stuff. All right, so I'm gonna keep on working, continuing to build up my composition here, and I have the tomatoes and all of those wonderful those wonderful images of the Romas and the cherry tomatoes and things like that are already in place. There's a little bit of highlight here that I'm going to add, and later I will add the table that it sits on. But right now I'm just adding some shadow. I'm adding and did you notice how the highlights on the tomatoes kind of pop out? They just sort of pop out. I love it. So I'm going to keep working. Here we go. Now I'm continuing to build on this. I've added the table that it sits on, and it is looking fantastic. I'm continuing to blend my colors. And when I blend my colors using the wet brush, I do it in a circular motion, and it really, really, really just kind of adds to just the blending technique itself. So here we are. I'm coming to, I love it. I love it. I'm adding I love it. Fantastic. Looking good, looking good. All right, so let's add a little bit more of the background, the negative space. I added a sort of a purple color, sort of a, purple. I kind of wanted to bounce off those complementary colors a little bit. The red and green are complementary colors with the vegetables and fruits, but also the yellow and purple, those are complementary colors when you look at your color palette. And just kind of building it up. And the beautiful thing about it is once you build your first layer up, then you can go back, and once it dries, you can begin to really and truly add some details, as I'll show you a little bit later. So I'm continuing to just kind of build up this first layer of color, looking fantastic. I love it. Yes. Looking good. And this is a versatile medium. And it's a new medium to me because I began maybe using it about a couple of years ago. And so now that let me add a few more details to the, oh yeah, bringing it out. Yeah. And there, look at that. And when you can, when the painting dries a little bit, you can go back over with your pencil and add some more color, and it just makes the color richer and brighter. So if you like this demonstration and others, please subscribe to my YouTube page. There is more to come. And I hope to see you again soon. All right? Bye-bye.